we started Rinse, it was like me, Slim, Wiley, Troy, A+, Target, our other friend Trend, and a couple other people that you would know, do you know what I mean? But it's like, that's the kind of the first initial crew of like switching on Rinse.
First got involved in radio in about 1992. I went on a station called Fusion FM. Then that was like a little, they said they was coming from, they weren't transmitting nowhere.
Ingram House. So tell us about this block.
We just used to slide in there sometimes, that's how we used to get in.
When we first set up the radio, like, whose flat was it? What did we do?
Stuart Baldwin, he was your mate. He had a flat of a girl and then girlfriend, and he rented this out to us for about £30 a weekend or something. He had a motorbike in the front room. We just took the decks up there in the kitchen.
Yeah, we used to have the studio set up in the kitchen.
Yeah, like, always kitchens. We set it up near the sink. I put the air out the window. We didn't know what he was doing, though, did we?
No.
Just stuck it out the window on the TV aerial, and then we just transmitting. But we weren't going far. We was only going just about half a mile around here.
Where else in the world do they have so much pirate radio?
Nowhere. Because the whole scene is literally built up of pirate. This whole scene, what we've got, is like literally built up of pirate radio. Like everything and everyone around. No matter what happens, you can't ever forget pirate radio station. Because to be honest with me, none of the shit that I've done would have been able to go as far without pirate radio station.
Like literally Cool FM, like even trying to tune, like even having it on when nothing's even going out, just in case. Just in case something happens to come on. And it's like, I used to write letters to them and stuff like that. Like, so I remember the first letter I wrote to them was after, I think it was Telepathy. They had a rave at Adrenaline Village. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
And there was like no security or nothing. And then like, they were like letting the dogs off into the crowds and everything. And I remember writing this letter to Cool FM. It's like this 3-page. I didn't think they were going to read it out. I was just like so angry, and I was just saying like this because they wouldn't give us refunds. I was like so angry. And then I remember I went in like to like college the next day, and someone was like, "Oh my God, 5-0 read out your letter on Cool FM yesterday," and like he read every single like line out. And then apparently I won like. And I say apparently, you'll see why in a sec. I won a guest pass to Roast anyway for like a year. So I was like so happy. They were like, come and pick it up from Jungle Fever Records in Clapton. And I went there. I was like, oh yeah, I've come to pick up my guest pass for Roast for a year. And they were literally like, I don't know what you're talking about. And it was like so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. And I was like, yeah, my letter was read out on the radio. And I got like a free pass to Roast. And they were like, no. And then I was like, okay. So I just went home. It's just really embarrassing. But I told everyone that I had it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This is Nightingale Estate, man. You know, there's not much to it now. You look at it now, you want to think to yourself like, you know, it has any sort of relevance, but it just looks like any other council estate, but it played a big part, you know?
I think it's the tower blocks as well. It's like, if we didn't have these, the stations wouldn't have got nowhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is like
it's true.
This is the output for us. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's an interesting way of looking at it. That
without this, it's
without a tower block.
Yeah, without
which
the height,
is like,
where are we going?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you couldn't get across London. You know
but
what I mean?
It's like, you know, like we had our own tower blocks, and it's like actually our blocks was taller than this, but we'd be like anything to be on these blocks. You know what I mean? Because this is like, if you're coming off of here, it's like it means something as well.
So
like every bit means something.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like your status is big if you're coming off these blocks, and it's like back in them days. Like in a weird way, like even with the pirate radio, just like Cool FM own their frequency, but Cool FM own these blocks.
Yeah.
I was like down there, yeah. We're approaching Canning Town. This is the station I started on, Flavour FM. And I said, look, just give me, I said, what time do you lock off at on a Friday night? They said, remember radio stations used to shut off like about 12 or 1 in the morning, you know, or 2 in the morning, sorry. They said about 12, and what I used to do was, I said, I'll go on, I'll do 12 hours. I'll DJ all the night through, so you don't have to come back and lock up. And they'll let me do it, and that's how I progressed. That's how I learned how to DJ much better, you know. And I've done it for so long. And then once I kind of got the gist of mixing, I went looking for MCs, and that's when I got Storming and then Sharky. And that was it, never looked back. That's when I started Nasty Crew. I feel like we made them big. That's what I feel like. I feel like Nasty Crew made Flavour big. Yeah, yeah, we put them on the map. Yeah, but I do appreciate what they done for us. Without Flavour, like yourself, I wouldn't be here now. So hat off to them.
Have you heard of the Free Flats?
Yeah.
Everyone
That was like
that.
they was the main tower blocks in the manor for Pirate Radio, and Pressure FM was the first ones on there.
done it.
Yeah, so Pressure was
Like
on there
Pressure.
first, and then when Pressure ended and Rinse become the like powerful station, it's like the Free Flats belong to us.
Yeah.
So it's like no one could come in Bow without talking to us. It's like we controlled all of the manor.
Me say them coming and them look on Danny Dread. Them say, hey, natty dreadlocks, so where you come from? You must have 2 stickers and see under your tongue. Me say no.
Obviously, you get the tapes, you go on the radio station, you do your set. Someone might hear it if they're looked in live. Someone might have taped it. That tape gets passed around. Someone's cousin comes from Birmingham, gives them a tape that goes up to Birmingham. Then now they're spinning it in Birmingham. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that was the internet.
That was our network.
That was our network. Sidewinder packs, tape packs, radio tapes, like anything like that. That's what, you know, that's what it was about.
When you come, I'll got you one of those.
Out from towers. We used to set the radio up there. You see like can you see the 4 pipes up there?
Yeah.
So what I used to do is I used to climb over the side of the transmitter and climb down the side of them pipes.
Right.
And de-lock the transmitter down the side of it.
We used to, with the rigs as well, we used to weld them there, remember? Like me, you and that, we used to go there, you used to put your
Did
bike
that
up.
moped get nicked?
Yeah. Some boys rode the back, I think. Well, I don't know it was, but all this weren't there, all the gates weren't there, and all this is all changed around here now. But we used to do loads of welding there.
Yeah, it was,
all the D-locks and all the jacks for the rigs.
Why is it that we wanted to set up Rinse, do you think? Like, what do you know what I mean? Is that...
I was on Pressure, I got booted off. I just wanted to be on air. I just loved it. Like, just to play your music so it could be heard. So I mean, it was really good. It's just like you get a buzz from, like, when we was doing it, you get like a buzz from doing it as well.